through reflection, I wanted to make this video. If you experience a negative experience, I want you to understand that any time that you are in the midst of undergoing something hard, something challenging, something frustrating, something negative, I want you to stop whatever it is that you were thinking, especially if you're thinking especially if you know you're going down a downhill spiral. Stop whatever it is you were thinking and instantly find three positives, three things that you can be grateful and appreciative for. Anything. It could be anything within the experience, or it could be anything outside of the experience. And let me explain more in depth as to what it is I mean here. Let's say this is the first thing that comes to mind. Let's say you get in an argument with a loved one, and let's say that you guys maybe had a dispute or a conflict or something you guys just didn't agree with, negative experience. Excuse me. A negative experience would be that you guys maybe have exchanged words that you wish you could take back, but you can't. What's said has already been said. The negative experience would be hurtful words were exchanged, right? The positives within those in this context, in that experience, would be, especially if you know the person loves you, unconditionally. A positive within that experience would be, we were both frustrated. I know I was frustrated. I know that what I said was wrong. I know that the positive out of this is I still actually have that person. I still am able to have another time to, in a weird sense, I still have at least I was able to still have that person with me. Because not a lot of people are going to be fortunate enough, and a lot of people within this world have relationships where hurtful words were exchanged, something happens where they either fall ill or they pass, and they are left with that pain and that grief, having the last thought that it was something that they wish they were able to prevent, or something that they wish they could change. And not a lot of people are going to have that opportunity to take back whatever it was that was said. And I wanted to make this video because I know that someone out there may be hurting, maybe grieving. If you can find a way, again, in this context, first thing that came to mind was relationships. If you can find a way where every single time where you have a negative experience, instantly find three positives. In this context of the video, that was one positive. Think of the other two. The purpose of this video isn't so much about about just the relationships part. No, the purpose of this video is, again, the relationships was just the first thing that popped up in my mind. I don't script out my videos. Everything, I like to keep it original. Anytime you are undergoing a negative experience, anytime you're undergoing something challenging, something that you are on the verge that you are going to break or fall off the edge, metaphorically, I want you to instantly stop whatever it is you were thinking and find three positives within that experience. Whether it's something, let's say you are undergoing a procedure. Negative experience would be the procedure didn't go as planned. That would be a negative experience, right? Positive would be, at least I was able to still wake up. At least, second positive would be, the first positive would be, at least I got to wake up. The second positive would be, you know what? I have this person, and I have so-and-so right by my side. All right, the third positive could be, you know what? Maybe this is temporary. You know what? It's just a little, setback. It's not going to be permanent, you know. Whatever the situation is, and I wanted to make this video because this has helped me so much. And eventually when you start to develop these habitual habits where every time you come across something challenging, a negative experience in a sense, I instantly thought of 3 things. Came across, I forgot who mentioned it, if it was on a video I seen, something I read or whatever. Can't exactly remember where I perceived this inspiration or perceived this information or perceived this inspiration. And it was like a huge game changer. It enlightened me so much because that's what I started doing. Every time I had a negative experience, I would instantly think of 3 things that I am grateful for and find 3 positives within that experience. And over time, you start to develop these habitual habits. And eventually when things start to become habitual, you're going to just find yourself doing them without even really taking too much of a thought process to articulate this situation. I wanted to make this video, and I hope I was able to bring some form of value to you, and I hope this video was able to, as I make these videos, I am learning, I am growing, and I am overall developing how to communicate better. I wanted to mention that before I end the video. Anyhow, I love you, I appreciate you, and remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.